So tonight we have another sample from my good friend Matt. Um, this is the Lasso Motel 10-year cask strength rye. Um, now I looked on their website, and while his label doesn't say that it is a single barrel, their website listed as a single barrel, so I'm not sure which is, but it is cask strength. This is coming in at 126.2. Lasso Motel, being a non-distiller producer. They get a lot of their stuff. They source from various different places, but and um, they may not say the exact distillery, but in this case, you know exactly where it comes from because it comes from Indiana, and it's a 95.5 rye, which means it's 95% malted, or excuse me, 95% rye, 5% malted barley, and being from Indiana, that automatically means MGP. So what they do is they source the whiskey from MGP, they age it and blend it and do their own thing with it, and they are making really great products. I've had I've had several of theirs. I've done a couple of videos on them. The Darts, which is their cigarette blend, and that is phenomenal. I've done the 18 year. Um, so and that 18 year is a American light whiskey. Anyway, let's get into it. So, um, not a lot of historical information on it since we all know they are a non-distiller producer and they get their stuff from MGP. Um, so, working my new scoring method, we're gonna try to see where this one falls. Ooh, it's got that. It's light, like I'm getting the notes. It's that rye funk that, depending on how it's done, I like it. Sometimes I don't. I can almost get that apple peel note on this, on just on the nose. So, actually, let's see. Yeah. So actually just happened to receive the confirmation. It is a single barrel. So, um, so inadvertently, Matt gets to make an appearance in this video. Yeah, that's a little bit of that rye funk. It's very subtle on the nose, um, but I'm getting that apple peel now. It's been sitting opening up for a while. I did a previous video, and while it was on there, uh, while I was on there doing the other video, I let this open up because 126 proof. I wanted to get all I can get out of it. Oh yeah, that is rye funk and apple peel. It's good. It's very good. Um, it's not the proof doesn't hit you super hard. I mean, you can tell it's got some heat to it, but it's not bad. Mm. The apple peel note is it's like it wants to be there. Like there's just a hint of it, and I almost think that if that was not a note I had ever gotten, I probably wouldn't even pick it up here. So, but on a lot of ryes or high rye bourbons, that's something that I commonly get, and Matt gives me shit for it all the time. But on the nose, I'm getting that apple peel. Um, I think on my grading scale, I want to give the nose a 1.5 because while the nose is pleasant, it is very light. Um, I had to like really, really get my sniffer in there. It's good, but it's just almost not there. On the palate, that is really good. There's just enough of that rye funk to offset the apple peel. And there's like some fruitiness coming through there, which I normally don't get on a rye. So that's quite awesome. Um, so I think I'm going to give this palette a 2.5 out of 3. Um, I'm new to this scale, so I hope I'm not being too generous with things or not being generous. I don't want to be holding back, but I'm trying to give an actual assessment because I don't want to be what I don't want to be is getting in here and rating every whiskey as like a 8.5 or some shit. Now that finish, it sticks around a bit. It's not super strong, but it's just there and it kind of lingers around and lets you know you had something good to drink. I'm going to give that about a 2.5. Now, value. I looked up the SRP and it ranges from 92.99 to 96.99. I don't know what Matt paid. Because those are this that's just a general just a Google search. So sometimes you find it less, sometimes you find it more. So I'm a known cheapskate. Um, uh, I don't I don't think anybody should overpay for whiskey. Um, I don't I do not believe in paying secondary prices. But there are some that I think that the SRPs are a little inflated because they know there's a secondary market. I don't know that that's the case on this one. Um, why? Just because I mean that's at the upper end of what I would want to pay for anything, even if it's really really good. Um, I think as far as the value, while as good as this was, I can find stuff that is comparably good, even if the flavors are different. Um, that I will enjoy just as much. So I think I'm going to give that a 0.25. That's not a dig on this one. It's just $90+ for a bottle that I intend to consume fairly quickly. Um, that's just, and then my other problem is as good as this is, like if I paid that price, I'm not going to want to go to it a lot. But this is damn good, so I'm probably going to go to it a lot. So um, that's where I would struggle with it. So I just don't like the price on it. Like I said, it's great, but I can find plenty of enjoyable bourbons or scotches or Irish or ryes or whatever. Um, this being a rye, I can find a lot of good ryes with a lot of flavor for a lot less. And so that's why I'm going to score that way. So now I'm going to give this a 6 3/4. And if I look at my handy grading scale, 6 3/4 puts it nicely in the more gooder category. Now, as I explained in my previous video, one through three is good. 3.25 to 6 is gooder. 6.25 to 9 is more gooder, and 9.25 to 10 is most goodest. And so I think when I look at it that way, 6.75 is not a bad score for this one. So um, I do highly recommend if you have access to Lasso Motel and something like that is in your budget, I definitely recommend getting it. Um, I've had a few samples. Like I've done a couple videos, but like I walked into a store in Broken Arrow and one of the reps was there and he was having me try different ones and none of them are bad. And they have a lot more modestly priced whiskeys out there than this. So I definitely recommend Lasso Motel. But this was their cask strength rye single barrel, and I hope y'all enjoyed it.